A 12-year-old girl, Blessing, is said to be experiencing trauma after she was allegedly gang raped by 4 marksmen at her residence in Abijo area of Ajah, Lagos State. She was said to have been raped while playing alone in the compound around 2 p.m. on Thursday. It was learned that the victim, a secondary school pupil, was left bleeding from injuries she sustained in her private part. When our correspondent reached out to her mother on Friday morning, the victim was said to be asleep after receiving medical treatment. The mother, identified simply as Antonia, explained that she was not in the house when the perpetrators raped her daughter. "I went to the office and was called and told that my daughter was raped in our house. I learned she was having her online class when suddenly there was a power outage. My husband rushed out to get fuel at a filling station so that she could participate in the class seamlessly," the mother recalled amid futile attempt to control her emotions. She stated, "Favor told us that while she was in the compound, 4 marksmen jumped into the house through the fence. They took her inside and took turns to have sex with her, leaving her with multiple injuries." The distraught mother said incidentally in her office, she was listening to a radio program about the recent wave of rape incidents in the country on the day her daughter was raped. Little did she know that her daughter would also become a victim. "Immediately I received the call, I became so mad. I headed for the hospital where my daughter was rushed to. When I got there, I was told she suffered vaginal trauma. The underneath of her clitoris was bruised and she had a deep tear that made her bleed severely," Antonia explained, painting a graphic picture of the queer assault. "She could have passed out if not that her dad got back home early. She lost a lot of blood. The bleeding stopped after the tear was stitched, although she is still experiencing very severe pain," the mother added. Antonia said the case had been reported at Ajah police station in Ajah. She said, "I don't think we are secure anymore because it seems like we are being monitored. They perpetrated their evil within the few minutes it took my husband to buy fuel. They could not enter through the gate because of an ongoing construction at a building opposite hers. The site was crowded and that made them avoid entering through the front door. They scaled the fence. Some policemen followed us to the house and saw how the attackers scattered our things around." When our correspondent called Antonia back on Friday evening, the victim was said to be suffering from trauma and could not speak on the incident. The police public relations officer in the state, DSP Bala Ekanel, said the command had been duly informed of the crime and investigations were ongoing. He said, "The police have been duly informed of the atrocity and have commenced investigation into the case. We are on the trail of the culprits. It's a bit complicated because those guys wore face masks, which makes us suspect the culprits are close to them. They probably covered their faces to conceal their identities."